favorite friends. Nita Nita Mota. You may be wondering what I just said. I said, how are you, in Algonquian. Algonquian is the language that the Cheyenne Native American tribe spoke in. In the next few videos that Mrs. Cook and I put out, you're going to be learning all about the Cheyenne Native Americans. Before we start learning about their lifestyle today, I want to know about your own. Can you draw me 3 pictures? I want one to be about what your home looks like, one to be of your favorite foods, and one to be about where your home is located. Okay, get started on those pictures. Whoa, those are some amazing looking pictures. I thought I'd share my own with you. I drew my apartment, which is located right here in Maryville. I also drew some of my favorite foods like chicken and broccoli and ice cream. Your picture may look kind of like mine, or it may look a little different depending on the type of home you drew and the food that you like to eat. We're going to learn all about how the Cheyenne Native Americans of the past lived a very different life from our own, and how the Cheyenne Native Americans of today, how similar their lives are to ours. Let's go over our I can statements for today. Our first I can statement is I can compare the lifestyles of the Cheyenne Native Americans of the past and of the present. Our second I can statement is I can construct a piece of artwork that represents how the Cheyenne Native Americans of the past and present lived. If you ever want to remember our I can statements, just check in the description box down below and you can find them there. The Cheyenne people lived in the Great Plains area, which is the yellow part of our map. This includes what we now call Minnesota, Montana, Oklahoma, Colorado, Wyoming, and South Dakota. Today, some Cheyenne people live on reservations. Reservations are pieces of land that the government has given to Native American people because they were forced off their own land in the past. Other Cheyenne people live in towns and cities just like our own. Originally, the Cheyenne people were farmers, and they lived in wigwams and earthen lodges in North Dakota, which you can see in these images. After they acquired horses from white settlers, they began to live a more nomadic lifestyle. This means that they would move from place to place, and they did this to hunt buffalo, which they would use for food and to make teepees that they lived in. Do you see any similarities between the homes of the original Cheyenne people and the ones that you live in today? Those are some really interesting comparisons. Today, Cheyenne people live in modern homes just like our own, but they still continue to use teepees for celebrations and for gatherings. Where do you get your food from? Well, the Native Americans didn't have grocery stores in the past. Before the Cheyenne people began their nomadic lifestyle, they would farm things like corn, squash, and beans, and they would also hunt buffalo and deer. After they became nomadic, they continued to hunt, especially for buffalo, and then they would trade with other Native American tribes for what they used to farm, as well as for things like berries, fruits, and fish. Today, the Cheyenne people get their food from the grocery store like we do. And like some of your families, they may continue to do things like hunt for deer, go fishing, and they might even garden. They also may continue to make some of their more traditional dishes like their families of the past. But they also enjoy the more modern foods like pizza. Okay, friends, we're going to play a game to see what we know. And it's called Where Does It Go? I'm going to show you an image, and I want you to tell me if it goes to the Cheyenne people of the past, the Cheyenne people of the present, or if it relates to both. Let's go look at our first picture. It's a wigwam. Do you think it goes with the Cheyenne people of the past, those of the present, or do both use it? If you said past, that's right. Remember, they lived in wigwams when they were farming before they became nomads. Our next picture is a pizza. Where do you think it goes? That's right, it goes in the present. What about a house? Does it go in the past, the present, or both? Yes, it goes in the present. Today, remember, they live in modern houses, not the teepees. When were the Cheyenne people nomads? Were they nomads in the past, the present, or both? Yes, they were nomads in the past. When did the Cheyenne people eat corn? If you said both, then you're right. They still enjoy corn just like they did in the past. When did the Cheyenne people live in a teepee? The past, present, or both? That's right. They lived in teepees in the past. If you said present, you may be thinking about how they use them for celebrations and other things like that. But remember, they don't live in the teepees. What about a reservation? When did the Cheyenne people live on reservations? Yes, they lived in reservations in the present. When did they eat squash? That's right. That's right. They ate squash in both the past and the present. Hey, this is our last one, friends. When did the Cheyenne people hunt buffalo? Yes, they hunted buffalo in the past. That was so much fun, and I'm sure you guys did amazing. Let's go on to our next part of our learning. That was so much fun, friends, but unfortunately, the time has come for my video to end. But that doesn't mean the fun has to stop for you. Your classroom teachers have sent you a PowerPoint with some amazing activities for you to do at home. This includes some recipes that you get to make with your family. I hope you have lots of fun. Bye, friends, and happy learning.